What is up, Raider Nation? I'm your host, Samoa Raider, and let's get right into your Nation News.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
First up, according to Vivid Seats, 74% of the fans attending the Chargers home game against the Raiders on Monday Night Football are gonna be Raider fans. Now, let's be totally honest with each other. I mean, we already knew that was gonna happen. We do it every single year. We already know that the Raiders run LA. We always have and we always will be. We are the only team to ever win a Super Bowl in LA, so I would not expect anything less from Raider fans to show up at the game. You know, we got a huge following, I mean anywhere, but definitely in SoCal and especially in the Los Angeles area, so y'all already know we fun to go out there and hold it down. Now, I actually did go to the Raiders versus Rams preseason game earlier this year, and I can definitely confirm there was a majority of Raider fans at the stadium. So with that being said, Raider Nation, who is gonna be in LA this week on Monday Night Football for the Chargers game? Let me know down in the comments below. Your boy might actually go to this game, but I'm not too sure yet. I'll keep you guys updated sometime this week if I do go or not. Now, some crazy news came out today. According to Vic Tafur, defensive tackle Gerald McCoy was suspended for 6 games for violating the NFL's PED policy. Now, McCoy did respond to this in a tweet saying, "I love the game of football and have nothing but respect for the players, fans, and this league. I've given my all to this game and worked my entire career to compete, train, and rehabilitate at a high level with integrity. It is with great disappointment that I recently learned I tested positive for a banned substance, something I was prescribed to take to help with the scar tissue and tendon strength from a previous injury. In no way would I ever intentionally take anything to help with performance or gain a competitive advantage. This was an honest mistake, but it's something I take full responsibility for. I apologize to my family, the NFL, my teammates, and the fans, and ask humbly for your forgiveness." Now, this does seem a bit sad for my boy McCoy, especially if he is telling the truth, but at the end of the day, to be honest with you guys, it really is not going to affect anything that he does because he's already out for the whole season, the rest of this 2021 season, with a knee injury, and he did sign a 1-year deal with the Raiders, so we'll see if he's going to be in the Raiders' future or not. It would be nice to see him return in the silver and black, but with, you know, his age and his injury history, I just don't see that happening. Now, in some other news, the Raiders have went out and signed running back Trey Regis and wide receiver Javon Wims. Now, to be honest with you guys, this is like the 3rd straight time I would say that we brought this dude Trey Regis back onto the practice squad. It feels like we always call him up, put him right back, call him up, put him right back. I bet it really fucks with him and his whole psyche, but I mean, it's good to see him back on the team. And that could possibly mean that we will see Jalen Richard this week make a return after being out for, you know, with an injury on the short-term IR. But moving on to the other guy that we brought into this team, wide receiver Javon Wims. Just 27 years old, appeared in 13 games for the Bears last year, starting in 1. He has 6 receptions on 12 targets for 48 yards and a touchdown. Now, if you still don't know who this guy is, he's basically the guy that went out there and mollywopped Charlie Gardner-Johnson, had that 1-2 combo.
No, God, please, no.
Oh, he needs some milk.
Let it go.
I never heard of him other than that, but I'm pretty sure that he was brought on just to be more of that depth piece for this team, especially at the receiver position. You know, David Moore did get claimed off of our practice squad and he's heading to Denver, so I think that's the reason why we brought a guy like Javon Wims onto the team. Now, I thought I'd do something a little bit new, you know, a new segment each and every week, especially now that we're in the season, which I would call Nation Stats of the Week. And with the way things are going right now, how well the Raiders are playing right now, I just want to really highlight a lot of these guys and where they're ranked throughout the whole NFL. So with that being said, let's start off with our 5th round pick, cornerback Nate Hobbs. He was among the top graded rookies by PFF, and against the Miami Dolphins, he was targeted 3 times, only allowing 4 yards. Currently, right now, he's the number 4 ranked overall rookie in this year's class, and he's the number 1 graded DB in this year's class. PFF's explanation for this is that Nate Hobbs is one of the unsung heroes for the Raiders defense. Hobbs has locked down the slot this season. He's allowed only 48 yards on 12 targets and racked up 5 defensive stops. His emergence is made all the more impressive because he played outside cornerback at Illinois for all 4 years of his college career. And honestly, that is kind of crazy, you know, a rookie, especially a 5th round rookie coming into the league, playing at the slot position. I mean, that's one of the hardest positions, especially on the defensive side, because you're not playing side. guys. You're playing all over the field, and you're sticking to that one guy in the slot. I mean, you look at what Hunter Renfrow has been doing to a lot of these cornerbacks out there. It's not an easy job. But the fact that Nate Hobbs has, stepped in and excelled at this role for this defense, it goes a long way. And he's really one of those key pieces on the defensive side. I mean, we all thought Nevin Lawson was going to be that guy, especially being suspended for the first 2 games, and he would come back in and be plugged in right into that slot. But no. My boy Nate Hobbs came in day one and said, that's my job, and he's keeping it. And so far, he's been doing a great job. And you could really credit guys like Ron Miles, guys like Gus Bradley, even Mike Mayock for going out there and scouting this dude and bringing him onto the roster. Now, speaking of cornerbacks, the Raiders are actually the only team in the NFL to have 2 cornerbacks with top 5 coverage grades this season. Casey Hayward has an 85-point grade, and Nate Hobbs with a 79.9 grade. Man, like I said before, you got to credit this defense to Gus Bradley and bringing on guys like Ron Miles, who has really helped excel this defense to the next level. And Casey Hayward has been that mentor for these young guys, and you could definitely tell and you could definitely see where his imprint is on these young guys. And just to see Nate Hobbs under his wing, heck, even seeing Trayvon Mullen the other day just going out there having some huge pass breakups. I know that he gave away some big plays here and there, but for the most part, he held his own, and you could definitely see where this team is going moving forward. And I'm excited, and I don't even know the last time we had a defense that had some solid DBs. You move up to the defensive line, you got my boy Mad Max Crosby, who is the 4th highest graded defensive lineman in the league right now with a 91.2. Now, he's only behind Cameron Hayward, Aaron Donald, and TJ Watt. Now, a person you don't see on that list is that number 52 up in Chicago, which is kind of crazy. And heck, you don't even see the Bosa brothers on there. Honestly, Mad Max Crosby, I would say, is one of the biggest steals of the 2019 draft. Max Crosby leads the league in total pressures with 25 and also leads the league in total quarterback knockdowns with 10. Man, tell me this guy isn't the real deal without telling me this guy is the real deal, man. Mad Max Crosby, oh my gosh, just to see where he came from, year 1 to where he is now, he is a true leader on that defensive line. And you pair him up with Yannick Ngakoue on the other side, man. This defensive line is already top tier, and we do have one of the best duos out there in the NFL right now. And we're only going to get better. And even though he doesn't put up all the stats each and every week, you could definitely see his presence on the field. Last week, just seeing how much he got to Jacoby Brissett was just able to get the ball out of his hands. But Mad Max Crosby was in his face each and every down. Heck, even the week before against Big Ben Roethlisberger, Max Crosby was there each and every time. So it's great to see a guy like Mad Max Crosby finally getting his recognition. Now, you move over to the linebacker position with Denzel Perriman. He is 3rd in tackles in the whole entire league with 36. Now, he does lead this team in tackles, and I've been telling you guys that he's been flying all over the field on the defensive side, and he's been one of the best acquisitions that we had, especially late in the offseason. We traded for this guy, bringing him over from Carolina. Heck, Carolina, they do have a solid defense over there, and imagine him being over there. It's crazy, but that's besides the point. He's a part of the Raidernation right now, and he's doing wonders on this defensive side under Gus Bradley. Now, moving over to the offensive side of the ball, my quarterback, Derek Carr, is leading the league through 3 weeks in passing with 1,203 yards. And right now, he is finally getting that respect that he deserves, man. And he's in the MVP discussions right now. And if he keeps this up, who knows? He could finally bring the MVP trophy home. The last time we had an MVP on this team was Rich Gannon. And I've been telling you guys, I've been sticking through with this guy through and through. And it's been tough. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's been tough, but I've always stuck with this guy. And I know ever since after that 2017 season, a lot of Raider fans really wanted to write him off. But, you finally give him a defense, a top 20 defense. Man, you see what he can do with wonders. I mean, it was great to see this Miami Dolphins game. And it was great to see that we could really rely on our defense to come through. Even though they gave up, they had hiccups here and there, they were able to come through in overtime to get the ball right back into our hands for us to go down the field and kick the game-winning field goal. But Derek Carr has been doing this thing, having 2 game-winning drives so far this season. And man, the sky's the limit right now for Derek Dallas Carr. And I'm just glad that he's my quarterback, and I'm glad he's getting that recognition as well. And to top it all off on the offensive side of the ball, the Raiders are the only team in the NFL right now that has 4 receivers with 200+ yards each. You got Henry Ruggs with 237 yards, Darren Waller with 224 yards, Brian Edwards with 210 yards, and Hunter Renfrow with 204 yards. And man, it just goes to show to you guys that we don't have a number one wide receiver because we have a plethora of receivers that get the love from our quarterback, Derek Carr. I mean, I know Darren Waller is going to be that guy all the time, but man, all these other weapons that we do have on this team right now, Hunter Renfrow, Henry Ruggs, Bryan Edwards, man, they have stepped up to the plate so far this season. Bryan Edwards has stepped up in huge ways, especially when we needed him to the most. So I'm just happy to see how well this offense is playing. I know we started off slow this last game, but at the end of the day, as long as we win, that's all we can ask for. Now, another week means another week of power rankings, and I know a lot of you guys can say, yo, the power rankings, man, that's bullshit. Don't even worry about that. I'm still gonna come out here and give you guys my thoughts because this is my channel. I talk Raiders, so I just want to give you guys my thoughts, and I know a lot of you guys are thinking the same thing, and a lot of you guys want to voice your frustration. So let me be the voice of the voiceless and talk about these power rankings. Now, I know right now we're sitting at an all-time high right now. 3-0. We beat 3 solid teams with 3 solid defenses, and it's kind of crazy to think what these other big sports sites are thinking about this team and seeing where they would rank our team as right now, especially going into week 4. So we start off with NFL.com. Now, last week they had us at number 11 and they moved us up into the top 10 at number 9. They said pro football in Las Vegas is thriving and the Raiders are 3-0 for the first time since their Super Bowl season of 2002. Their 31-28 overtime victory over the Dolphins was a weird one. Miami scored the first 14 points, the Raiders ripped off the next 25, and then the Fins answered with the final 11 points of regulation to force OT. Derek Carr was nails once again in money time. His gorgeous over-the-shoulder dime to Bryan Edwards went for 34 yards on 2nd and 15, the key play in the drive that ended the Daniel Carlson game-winning field goal. 2 home games with a crowd at Allegiant Stadium and 2 classics for anyone lucky enough to be there. The Raiders are a vibe. Yes, sir. You already know the deal, man. I do kind of feel jealous for the guys that are in the stadium. They get to see these nail biters, but man, I'm pretty sure a lot of them went home with a lot of heart attacks because I was over here on my deathbed with this team. But the crazy thing about this rankings, I would say, thank you NFL for giving us some kind of respect out there. But man, the guys that they have ranked above us is crazy. Starting off with the Browns, they had the Browns at number 8. I still think that we're a better team than them. They had the 49ers at number 7, a 2-1 team at number 7 over us. And they got KC, a 1-2 team. Now, I don't understand this. How is a 1-2 team like Kansas City in the top 10? I don't even see. I still believe that they're riding Mahomes' jock right now, but the fact that they're at number 6, 1-2, they're at the bottom. They're at the bottom of the AFC West, and they're ranked in front of all of the AFC West teams, the Broncos, the Raiders, and even the Chargers, man. I would put the Chargers over these guys still, but the fact that they have KC right now at number 6 is beyond me. And last but not least, they have the Ravens at number 5, who barely beat the freaking Lions. The Lions is a much worse team than the Dolphins, I would say. But, that's besides me. The Ravens is a team that we beat so far this season. I know that they beat the Kansas City Chiefs, but man, seeing how the Kansas City Chiefs are playing right now, they might not even be that team that we all thought they were going to be. So having those teams above us, I still think is some bullshit. But you know what? Let's move on. Now, ESPN.com actually had us at number 10 last week, and they moved us up 5 spots. So right now we are sitting at number 5, which, man, I appreciate the respect. This is what they had to say. This is the most in command Carr has looked in John Gruden's offense. And it should be, considering they are now in their 4th season together, right? With little to no running game early in contest to speak of, and a makeshift offensive line held together by duct tape, the one-dimensional attack has thrived rather than suffered. Yes, it sure has. And Derek Carr has found a way to go out there and win these games. So yes, I would definitely say that Derek Carr is an elite quarterback. CBS had us at number 8 last week. And in this week's rankings, they have us moved up 2 spots at number 6, again in the top 10. So respect to them. They said at 3-0, they're one of the early season surprises. They showed some fight, rallying down 14 early to beat Miami. Now comes a tough one with the Chargers on the road. And I would have to say, I agree with them. This is going to be a tough one. This is a divisional matchup, and the Chargers are not a team to play around with, because looking at how well they played against the Kansas City Chiefs last week, I'm definitely going to be watching out for this game, and I'm hoping that the Raiders can go out there and just win, baby. Yahoo Sports had us at number 7 last week, and in this week's rankings, they moved us up 2 spots, putting us in the top 5 at the number 5 position, saying the best thing about the last 2 Raider wins and Derek Carr's performance might be that it hasn't been the Waller show. Waller has played well, but the Raiders are getting big catches from multiple players. Henry Ruggs is showing up, Brian Edwards has made some huge catches, and Hunter Renfrow is still a good slot receiver. Those three combined for 12 catches, 244 yards, and a touchdown in Sunday's win. They will get Josh Jacobs back too. It's a good all-around offense. And I gotta agree with these guys as well, because even though we don't have a number one wide receiver, we have a plethora of wide receivers that can go out there and get the job done. And that's what we've been seeing these past couple of weeks, especially in this last game against the Miami Dolphins. And if you add in getting Josh Jacobs back pretty soon, my goodness, who's gonna stop us on this offensive side? I don't think anybody. Now, last but not least, you already know there was always gonna be that one site that, disrespects the team over and over and over again, and it is Bleacher motherfucking Report. Last week they had the Raiders at number 15 and they moved them up only 2 slots, and we are sitting at number 13 outside of the top 10.
What?
This is what they had to say. Sorry, Raiders, but I'll need to see more. They were lucky to survive Sunday against a hurting team, traveling 3 time zones with a backup quarterback. I still don't trust John Gruden or that defense. Prove me wrong against the Chargers on the road Monday night, boys. Now, first things first, I just want to say we don't have to prove shit to whoever wrote this article, because these past 3 weeks we have been able to get the job done. People didn't even see us winning those first 2 games. Heck, this last game we fought and clawed to win this game. At the end of the day, we are still 3-0, and we are the first team in the NFL, I would say, that has won 3-0 against 10-win teams from last year. So put some respect on our names. And if you guys want to say that, oh, we barely beat a team in overtime last week, heck, you got other teams barely surviving against teams that were trash. I mean, look at the Ravens that just they barely beat the Lions, who I would say is one of the worst teams in the NFL. And then you got guys like Denver Broncos, who beat 3 Mickey Mouse teams out there. But you know who they got above us? They still got the Denver Broncos above us at number 9. Again, they beat 3 Mickey Mouse teams out there. And they got the Baltimore Ravens, who we beat. They got them at number 8, and they barely were lucky enough to beat the Detroit Lions. Heck, if that was us, they would find a way to just say that, oh, the Raiders barely beat this team. Are they really that good? The Lions aren't even that good. But they want to talk all about Justin Tucker's kick, man. Fuck out of here. And then last but not least, you got the 1-2 Kansas City Chiefs at number 7. Why is a 1-2 team at the bottom of a division still in the top 10? I don't understand this. One of the craziest quotes that I seen under the Ravens' explanation for why they should be at number 8 was, they seem to struggle, yet in every game, Lamar Jackson changes the equation. As long as he's on the field, the Ravens have a chance. So what the frick has Derek Carr been doing these past couple of weeks? He's been finding ways to win, and they just beat a trash-ass Lions team out there on Sunday. Miss me with that bullshit. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on This Nation News. If you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to smash that like button. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders and you want daily Raider content, then look no further. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.